Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of NHLN Opinion Plus, a weekly series airing every Friday. This is a space for our opinions where we talk about current events and questions the Latino community is curious about. Today, we are joined by State Treasurer of New Hampshire, Monica Mezzapelle. She was appointed in March 2020 following the former State Treasurer William Dyer's resignation. She was then elected by a New Hampshire legislator in December to serve a full term. Monica is a member of the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the New Hampshire Government Finance Offers an Association. Welcome, Monica, and thank you for joining us this week.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. I was hoping we could start off with an introduction to the New Hampshire State Treasury Department, including its main roles and priorities.
Sure. So the New Hampshire State Treasury is a nonpartisan constitutional office, and we are responsible for a variety of financial and accounting activities and functions. So we are responsible for the custody and the investment of public funds, as well as our debt management program. As a state treasurer, I am authorized to issue New Hampshire bonds on behalf of the state, and we sell those to investors. Mm-hmm. We also, we coordinate all of the treasury, all of the cash deposits and disbursements. Everything flows through the treasury, and we're also responsible for the abandoned property program. We have a division that manages that, and companies and financial institutions and many entities report abandoned property to us, what is deemed abandoned, and our division is responsible for returning those funds to the rightful owners. Mm-hmm. And so we also collaborate with many other entities to administer other programs. For example, I work with the director of the Governor's Commission on Disabilities for the administration of the Stable New Hampshire program. And that is a savings program designed specifically for individuals with disabilities. That is a great program. It was created by, is a product of the IRS tax code. And so because of that, it has some tax benefits, but it also, an individual that owns that account could actually, those resources don't count towards those, some of the federal benefits that these individuals receive. And we also collaborate with other entities such as the College Tuition Savings Plan Advisory Commission. And this is for the administration of the New Hampshire 529 program, or what we call as the Unique College Investment Plan. This is also a program that has tax benefits, and the earnings grow tax-free if the funds in those accounts are used for qualified education expenses. And we also work with this commission for the administration of 3 scholarship programs, and these are scholarship programs designed for New Hampshire students, and they have to demonstrate financial need.
That's great. I wouldn't have thought that your department collaborates so much, but it makes sense to provide this diversity of resources and services that are important to the community. So Governor Chris Sununu, he appointed you as New Hampshire Treasurer last year in March, just as the COVID-19 pandemic began to surge. I'm wondering, what was it like entering that role during such unique conditions and a unique time?
Yes, absolutely. It was a very busy 2020, and exactly at the time that I was appointed, that's when we got hit with the pandemic. So we had many challenges, just like many other places did, and it was a global health crisis. So first, we had to, we had to worry about making sure that our employees were safe. So we had to move pretty quickly to provide the opportunity to our employees to have a remote capability to be able to work from home, those that chose to do that. And then after that, we continue with a rotating schedule. So we still use that schedule to this day. And also to make sure that we were providing services to all of the citizens and individuals that rely on us. So in addition to that, we have to worry about the financial crisis, and more than any other time, it was very important to start monitoring our cash position more often to make sure the state could continue to pay its obligations. And we also had to do a lot of reporting and disclosure to entities and individuals that purchase our bonds, and because I want to make sure they get paid from us. And so it was a time when a lot of entities wanted to know the health, the fiscal health of the state. So we were communicating all of that to entities that were interested in knowing the current situation as it was evolving.
Right.
And we also received a lot of funds from the federal government. We received $1.25 billion. So we had to coordinate with the agencies that were responsible to disperse those funds. We need to coordinate really closely to make sure that those funds were available when we received them, and also when these programs that were being developed by what we call the GOFER office, the governor's office for recovery, relief and recovery, I believe it is. And so as they were moving and pretty quickly designing these programs, we were working and coordinating with them to make sure that we're able to disperse all of the funds to, for example, the Main Street relief program, and all of those checks that were dispersed to the different companies that received some of that relief.
Thank you for that. Wow, yeah, a lot happened in 2020, and your department was not an exception. A lot of work there, I imagine. I mean, I already assumed, but already learning that there's a lot of different services that you guys provide. There's a range. So thank you for your team. What are the department's immediate goals for 2021 for moving forward beyond the pandemic, sort of recovering from this, hopefully, quickly?
Right. So we anticipate to continue to be very busy. We are about to receive more money from the federal government. We expect about that we know right now. I know there are $1 billion that needs to be distributed for the recent bill that was signed by the president, and this is the American Rescue Plan. So we are going to receive more funding, and as we learn more about this program, and we receive more guidance from the U.S. Treasury how these funds need to be spent, we anticipate being really busy working with these funds. And we have until 2024 to spend these funds, but there is a lot that we still need to learn, and we'll work with all of the various officials to make sure that all these funds are dispersed, in the way that were designed.
Right. At the top of your head, can you think of sort of where typically these funds would go to, like the biggest places? For sure, you would have to, or you would prioritize some of the funds to go there too.
Yeah, so I believe some of these funds need to be spent on coronavirus relief activities, including some capital projects and infrastructures that relate to, for example, water, sewer. And so some of those details we still need to learn a lot of that. So we're not clear, what agency is going to coordinate all of this funding. Again, we're in the early stages, just learning when we're going to receive these funds, and again, more guidance that we need to probably receive from the U.S. Treasury in order for the governor and legislators. I'm sure they're going to be involved in trying to figure out how these funds are going to be spent.
Gotcha. Well said. Thank you. So now that you're reelected to a full term this past December, what are some long-term goals that you have for the state's treasury?
Well, I just hope to continue being in this role. It was a privilege to be elected by the legislature, and I will and make sure that I will continue serving the citizens, and also members of the legislature when they need me. And the same as the governor, my position is a central position, and I get to collaborate with again, legislators and the governor's office. So so my goal is to continue serving, the best way possible.
That's beautiful. I was wondering, in your opinion, if you can, this is sort of a vague question, but what types of lasting impacts might the department experience or expect from the COVID-19 crisis? What are some things you'll have to sort of deal with that started last year?
Yeah, it's very interesting. We still sort of living in the area of COVID-19 pandemic. We hope to see our coworkers back and have some type of what we will consider going back to a normal time. So again, hopefully we're able to at least return to those times. And again, I think the key is going to be to all get vaccinated, and if folks have the opportunity to receive the vaccine, I think that will be a key to go back to what we call normal, if that's possible.
Yeah, that's a good point. What are some related resources, whether it's inside the Treasury Department, and you've already mentioned plenty of opportunities, thank you, or outside the department that you would recommend for residents to check out?
Yeah, so for the programs that we administer, I would recommend to just check the Treasury website, New Hampshire.gov/Treasury, and right there are several links to the programs that I mentioned: New Hampshire Stay with New Hampshire program, the abandoned property program, and so for the abandoned property program is newhampshire.findyourunclaimed.property.com. So and the other website that I would recommend is the state's website, nh.gov. A lot of press releases from the governor are posted there, and any announcements if folks want to know about the latest funds that we're going to be receiving. Those are going to be posted on that website.
Okay, perfect. And we have some time, so I don't know if this is a big thing or not, but the department was recently divided into two main sections: Treasury operations and abandoned property, as of February. I'm just curious what led to this decision. Sort of, what does that mean, the division of it?
No, we've had this structure for a long time. I'm not even clear for how long. So no, we're essentially two divisions, but at the same time, as I mentioned to you, we collaborate with many entities, and I serve on many boards and commissions, and so that's part of the collaboration. But the Treasury office is small, and so we are comprised of two divisions.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you for clarifying that. Yeah, then I guess I got the wrong info, but good to know. So then before we go, if there are any resources, news, or updates, I know you guys are working on a lot. Anything else you'd like to share with our audience, please feel free to go.
Yeah, thank you. Again, I think it's staying updated with the governor's information. That's how we learn a lot of the developments. For example, the events that are happening right now with vaccines and all of that. So I think staying current with checking the websites, the state website, and again, the Treasury for the programs that we manage. I think that would be, that's what I would recommend your viewers.
Thank you. Yeah, we will absolutely have all those resources listed down and the website below this doc. So thank you so much for your expertise and time with us, Monica Mezzapelle, and for being our guest on NHLN Opinion Plus.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Of course, I hope you take care. Everyone, please tune in next week for another episode. You can follow us on Twitter at NH Latino News and at Instagram at NH_Latino News. I'm Belen Dumont with NHLN Opinion Plus, and I will see you all next time.